it's Mermaid Minnow. In today's video, we're gonna do another unboxing. I am so excited. This is something that I've wanted for a really long time. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Woo, so excited. Okay, so first we'll start off with a little thank you. So what this is from the shop Made by a Mer, who is Haley Mermaid, that you can find on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. She's everywhere. So she's a tail maker, a smaller, you know, just her tail maker out of South Carolina that makes silicone tails, hybrid tails, and fabric tails. So lots of different types, different colors, different scale patterns, a lot. So first I have this little thank you card from her. It says, thank you, I hope you love your new things, and thank you for choosing me to make your thing. So I'm not gonna say what it is yet because I don't want to tell you all just yet. But so it came with that. It also does come, oh, it came with a little seashell too. Let's see what else is in here. I can see it for the record, but I'm leaving it for last. Oh, it comes with this really cute little pen that has different sayings on it. It's a mermaid to-do list, so this is not working because it's in here, but it says take a selfie, dive for treasure, all sorts of things. So this is really cute actually, and I'm totally gonna use this at work because this is an adorable little pen. And then I'm just seeing if there's, oh my goodness, if there's anything else in here. So I do also have her business card here, so she did leave it here. So HaleyMermaid.com, I don't know if you guys can see that, but HaleyMermaid.com is her website. And like I said, she's Haley Mermaid or Made by a Mer on Instagram. Then I do have a care sheet here, which you guys know I love getting care sheets because everybody's stuff is different, so that's exciting. So if that's just a little hint of what's to come, I'll start with, okay, I'm done teasing. It's a tail and a top. So, but what it is really exciting, and let me just tell you, it's friggin' gorgeous from what I can see, but I will pull it out. So let's go ahead. This is some spare stuff here for the top. But let's go ahead and pull out the top first. And here is the top. And it is stunning, y'all. This is absolutely ridiculous. So this is a H2O style top. So the base of the top is silicone, and it does have sequin scales glued onto it. So she did, like I said, she did send me a bag here with some replacement sequins, which there's a lot in here, so thank you so much for that. And it did also come with some replacement like glue, epoxy here that was used to put the scales on. So I am so excited. It is really pretty, so I can't wait to try this on. And then the big guy in here, and here we have the actual tail. So this is just the fluke here. It is really pretty. It's even got some cute little starfish buddies here on the side, which is absolutely adorable. So it's a hybrid tail. So this here, the body of the tail is actually fabric, which it's really, really pretty fabric. It's got sort of a metallic sheen on it here. It's like an orangey color, but it's very metallic-y as well, which is really, really pretty. It does have an elastic waistband here, which is really nice as well. I am so excited to try this on and see how it fits. And the tail itself does have a monofin in it. It is the thinnest foil monofin, so you can't really see that, but the base does come with just, I believe it's the Aquarius monofin that she uses as the base, which I did request for a monofin. At first I did try to get the linden to be in here, but she had said that because this is a small fluke, which it is a small fluke, the adult linden would not fit in it, and so she wasn't able to do that, but she was able to get me instead the foil into the tail. So the foil foot pockets are out here, so it'll be interesting to see. The foil is quite a bendy fin too, so it'll be interesting to see how this swims. But yeah, so this is my new mermaid tail.
Hey
Hey there, Editing Minnow here. I just wanted to stop the video real quick to go over some things that I noticed about the tail later in the unboxing that because it was a little long, because I was looking over the tail, I wanted to edit it down for brevity, and so I'll show some photos and just kind of do this voiceover. So the things that I reached out to my tail maker Haley about and that I noticed first was there were three holes in the tail. So there was one down at the base of the tail by the fluke, and then two on the side seams of the tail at the base of where the elastic meets those seams. So with the fluke, it seemed like what she did is she took some leftover fabric from the back of the tail and folded it over and glued it down with some sort of silicone glue, whether that be silicone or something else. But it looks like she missed one spot. So it was just like barely noticeable, almost looked like a little pucker in the tail. And so I did end up fixing that, as well as those side seam holes. Those as well were about a 1/2 inch to an inch, and it looks like it just wasn't sewn all the way up on the side, so it just wasn't finished there. So like I said, I did reach out to her. She suggested that I use E6000 to close them. I did that with the bottom hole, but the two top holes I actually sewed and then put a little E6000 to hold the thread down. So I wanted it to be a little bit more secure at the top, since that gets a little bit more pull on it. Speaking of pull, another thing that I mentioned to Haley is that the tail is too short. So I like my tails a little bit longer. So I usually measure about a 1/2 inch to an inch above my belly button. In this case, where the tail currently fits, even with that measurement, is right below my belly button in the front, and in the back it goes a little bit below my bikini line. So unfortunately, the tail would slip down as I swim because it is not long enough. So I did mention that to Haley as well, and she offered to send me a gap wrap at no cost to me. So I really appreciate that, and I don't have it yet. I haven't heard an update since I asked about it last week, which is fine, but in the meantime, I did come up with a temporary fix, so that way I can take it swimming with me next week still, and I'm excited to do that to kind of get its first swim. The other thing I did mention to her that she didn't come up with a solution, but I did figure out myself, is that there was one little odd pucker extra bit on my right hip of fabric. So it looks like it just wasn't sewn close enough to match my measurements. It just kind of puckered out a little bit. So for all of my other fixes to this tail, I did film it. So be on the lookout for that next week. But this one I did not film because I didn't really know what I was doing. So just to quickly go over it, what I ended up doing was like hand sewn zigzag stitch up the side after I pinned it closer to my body. And as you can see, I think I did a pretty good job. You can tell it's a lot snugger here. We'll see how it holds up after a swim, but I think it looks better now than it did before. Then the other things that I noticed about the tail that I did not mention to Haley, and the reason why is because though I didn't notice them until later, and they weren't things that would really impact the overall structure or longevity of the tail. So I didn't think they were as important to mention at the time. But some of the things that I did notice as well is with I kind of mentioned earlier, where the fluke and fabric meet. Like I said, she folded over the fabric from the backside and glued it down. On one side, the side with the hole, it actually looks just fine. It doesn't look too bad. But on the other side, you can see that the fabric was not cut straight. And so it comes up a little bit higher on this side, and it's very jagged, which kind of is a little distracting to me. It won't be that noticeable in photos or farther away, but I'm not really a fan of that. And then another thing I did notice is that there is a little bit of like some bluish gray spots in the silicone of the top and the tail. So I really don't know what happened. I didn't mention this to her, so I can't tell you why those are there. I've never had different colors in any silicone poured products that I've had, so it was a little odd, but again, it's not going to be that noticeable in photos or anything like that. I just was confused as to why it appeared that way. But with all of that being said, I do want to say that I am still really excited about this tail. It's really important for me to be transparent with you all and kind of give my initial thoughts about this tail. I am planning on doing a full review of it after I've gotten a few good swims in it, as I would with any mermaid tail. And again, I still am really excited about this tail. The top is still stunning. I really love the colors of the tail, and I am really excited to swim in it next week and hopefully get video to you all about that. I want to do some TikTok, some fun things. So with that, we'll go ahead and go back to the video there. But again, I just wanted to point those things out for you all so you know some of my initial thoughts with the unboxing. So back to me. So like I said, I'm really excited. I've wanted an H2O mermaid tail for a really long time. I mean, what mermaid doesn't want an H2O mermaid tail? If you don't, that's okay. But I've wanted it for a really long time. But yeah, so that's it. I am no longer an ordinary fish. I am a H2O mermaid. So that's all I have for you guys. That's the unboxing. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Are you a mermaid who always wished to be an H2O mermaid? Or what is your dream? Like, what kind of mermaid, whether it be Ariel or Splash or whoever, who inspired you to be a mermaid, or you wish you could have a tail just like theirs? If you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel as well, so that way when I post a review on this tail in the future, you'll be notified when that's uploaded. If you're not too, you can also follow my Instagram and Facebook and other socials that are down below. I do have a Patreon Merfam, so if you'd like to check that out, that's also in the description below. So that's all I have for you all, and I will swim with you in the next video. Bye!